Welcome back. It is 1573 in the last one. We had Luke Larkin, our heir, be born. We had Yasmina age up into a toddler. We had Nicholas start a new relationship with Arun. We had Florence get some treasure and get pregnant, and Seer died. And then Juliana basically ruined her wedding. So this year, we have a few birthdays that I'm worried about, so let's get into it. Felice Ledet, who married into the Light family, is passing away. Remember, she married into the Light family, and then she ran away with Casper after having her children. But anyway, Lavina Crookshank can't get a 7, a 14, or a 19. Survived. The twins. Okay. Can't get a 2, 4, or 6. Please. Genevieve. Gwendolyn. Yes. Okay. We're okay. And then Florence has to get at least a 7 to survive, which she did. All right. Everything is going well. And then what I want to do too, if I can get back over here and then go to save manage worlds, because I probably should have done this ahead of time. But anyway, where was I? Yeah, what I want to do, because, okay, so Florence was able to leave because she was able to leave because she had Seer as her chaperone. And so she was able to go off on her adventures and make her money and everything. But now she's ready to come home. She's ready to come home. She's also pregnant. So she is ready to. She has so much money. She doesn't even care. Like, she doesn't care if she has a reputation. She was already a weird person. So she's coming home, and she is going to, rejoin her family and everything. So that'll be good. She will be in good shape. So let's actually hop into the game. So here we are in our house, and we are just going to change everybody's clothes here because you're not wearing the right thing, and that's okay. But anyway, we are going to start off with the family just hanging out, and also, since, as we know, Florence has come back as of, this year. And so she's returned. She's still a skeleton. I don't know if I should go over and make her not a skeleton anymore, but she's still a skeleton. And anyway, so she comes home, and I guess the family's like, what? But, she moved back after Seer died. I'm sure that her family probably was like, okay, you don't have a chaperone anymore. You don't have anyone looking out for you anymore. You need to come home. And even though, Florence doesn't need no man, she still, she figured out that she was pregnant, and she was like, okay, I do have to go home. I really should, because I'm going to need help also taking care of the baby. And even though she has a lot of money right now, she's not really interested in, not being around her family, not being around the people that she cares about, especially after her father has passed away. She is definitely, sad that she wasn't here to see him in his last years of life and everything. And I think that she just is kind of really wanting to be around family, especially now that she's going to be a mother. Also, we have Juliana and Nicholas having a conversation, because last time Juliana was going to get married, and then she had her wedding interrupted by Anker, who said he was still in love with her and all this stuff. And so Nicholas is like, okay, well, obviously you canceled your wedding. You told everyone you woohooed Anker. You don't have a lot of options here. And so she's like, yeah, I know, I did all that, and but I really want to be with Anker. We had a really good relationship with each other. We had a lot of feelings for each other, and I don't want to lose that. And I want to be with him. I want to marry him, and he wants to marry me. So, I know that we don't have a really good relationship with that family, but can we just go for it? Can we be together? And so Nicholas is like, well, I mean, at this point you have to, right? You told everyone that you woohooed with him. You have to marry him now. So I guess that's just that. But, Nicholas is like, look, I'm supportive of you doing whatever you want. I'm not going to push for a marriage that you don't want to be in. So do your thing. And I think that Nicholas is really focused on that because he knows that Juliana hasn't been given a lot of freedom by their father in her whole life. And so he wants to give her the freedom to make the choice that she wants to make and that she wants to be in. So that's what he's doing. He's leaving it up to her, and she does want to be with Anker. Meanwhile, Demarus is going to become enemies with all of the children. Oh, also, Aeneid had her baby, so we are naming her Sophronia. So she has been born, and Neighborhood Stories is doing its thing, and I love that for us. So there's that, and then, yeah, I just have to change her last name. But anyway, so we are having Demarus become enemies with all of the children. She definitely doesn't like our daughters, and honestly, I think she kind of doesn't really like her own daughter very much either. So it came up that she hates children, and I was like, you know what? Yeah. I think she hates children she hates all of the girls because they can't really do anything for her. I think that she feels very strongly about her son, that she really likes her son because he solidified her place. He's going to inherit the title. He is able to give back something to her rather than her, what happens when her husband dies, and she doesn't have a son, so then she's out of luck, right? So just something like that where I think that she definitely favors her son over all of the other children. And she definitely hates all of the girls that are not related to her either. But I'm sure she'll find use for them as they get older. She's also pretty mad that Juliana didn't get married because she didn't leave the house. But she's going to be becoming a young adult and leaving the house next year anyway. So, moving on. We are going to invite over Anker because we're almost done with Juliana's aspiration. The last thing she needs to do is just get to level 7 in the romance skill, and then we've completed the romantic explorer aspiration. So we're going to finish that with her and Anker, especially since their romance has gone way down over time. Obviously, they spent quite a bit of time apart from each other, and it's really interesting because as we're seeing here, it's not going super well. And the same thing happened to Alice. And it's just all of a sudden things aren't going super well. I mean, they're going okay. And I think that, Juliana and Anker got together under the cover of night. They always met up at nighttime and they snuck around and all this stuff. And so they've never actually been out and together. And so I think that that is going to be an interesting dynamic, and maybe that's part of the reason why things are a little awkward now is that they finally decided to be together, and they are, but something just isn't really working super well. Something isn't adding up. Look how low their romance skill, or not romance skill, but their romance bar is, and it's not going up very quickly, and just all this stuff, and I think it's really interesting. So we'll have to reevaluate. Juliana, you got to marry him now. But anyway, we are going to just do this, and then as you can see, are you guys woohooing again? I gave Nicholas the romantic paragon aspiration, so that's about having more than one partner, and since he does have more than one partner, I think we could do that with him, so I'm not really worried about that. We're almost done with Demarus' aspiration as well to get her, she's ready to get to the next level of her career, and then she'll have completed her aspiration, so we're doing really good with all the aspirations. And I feel like we're doing a good job of wrapping up some of the romance stuff with this generation because Celestria is becoming a teenager next year. So that'll be really good for us to get started on her story. And yeah, so I'm just going to have them discuss romantic boundaries just so that he can do that with her. And then we have to go on 3 dates with a romantic partner. So let's go on the first date with Demarus. So we're going to go on a date together. He is trying to, of course, keep her happy and, keep their relationship alive, so to speak, because, she's his wife. She's the mother of 2 of his children. And, he's just trying to keep up everything going well. So they're going to go out on a date, and they're going to chat with each other, and she's going to complain that Juliana isn't out of the house yet. Nicholas is it's okay because, Anker and her are going to get married, and it'll be fine. And so he's, doing that with her. And then they're going to get a meal, and they're going to talk about their kids. And of course, Demarus is going to talk up to her son a lot and be really focused on him, and is so happy that they finally had a son and that she wants to have more children with him, because obviously she wants more kids, right? She wants to have more kids with him so that she can at least have a backup, and like, what if their son dies and all this stuff. And she really needs to solidify her spot, but she can't right now because Juliana is still in the house. And actually, we have 5 kids. So even when Juliana leaves, if one of the kids doesn't die, then we still can only have one more child, and who knows, it'll probably be a girl. Everything's always a girl. But yeah, so that's where we're at there. And we're just having them do their relationship thing, really enjoy each other's company. Nicholas is definitely, I don't know if he's in love with her, but I think that they've reached a good companionship and that they're definitely happy. Why are you on the blurry on the bottom, lady? But anyway, yes. So they went on the date. It went pretty well. They talked about some things going on in the household. I'm sorry if my voice is all cracky. I'm still a little sick. It's not great, but that's okay. So I'm just gonna let them woohoo. It's not like they can get pregnant right now anyway, which is a bummer, but whatever. Maybe I should increase the household size. I don't know. I'm so of two minds about it, because what's going to happen is I'm going to increase the household size, and then I'm going to forget that I did that, and then I'm going to go into Create a Sim and chop off the later half of the family. That's what's going to end up happening. So I really don't want that to happen. Anyway, we are just working with getting little Yasmina's toddler skills up. She's working on her thinking skill with her dad right now. So they are going to try and work on that, get her working well. I think Nicholas is really focused on making sure his children also have a good education, just like him and his siblings did. His father felt very strongly about that, and so he also wants to make sure his children are very well educated and everything. So that's something that he focused on. And then we have Demarus, who really doesn't care. But she'll probably care when their son is old enough to start working on his skills. But anyway, today is the twins' birthday. So the twins are going to age up. I love that for them. This is so exciting. Like, I bet you they're going to be gorgeous. And Ed, hey, I guess you can come here. But yeah, no, we're inviting everyone over for the twins' birthday and just having everyone hang out and spend some time together, have like an event. It looks like Olivia got struck by lightning. So let's blow out the candles, Genevieve. And she got the good trait. And then we also have Gwendolyn aging up as well. And she got the music creative trait. So that is really exciting for both of our girls. Love that for them. And then we're just going to eat the cake, have a good time. Oh, it looks like Arun is calling. That is our other romantic partner. So yeah, things are going well. And we're going to get these kids into Create a Sim shortly. Just checking them out a little bit, letting everybody finish their cake, letting everybody have a good time, and letting everybody, spend some time together. So now let's head into Create a Sim, and we will get them made over. So this is Genevieve, our second in line heir. And then I was thinking about what to do with their hair, because obviously they inherited their mother's hair. And even Nicholas's hair is pretty curly too. So I was like, how do I want to play this? Because I don't know if it's really genetically making sense that like they still have the same hair as their great grandfather. But that's okay. It's just The Sims. So anyway, here is Gwendolyn. So those are our two daughters. And they are super cute. I love them very much. I'm so excited about our twins. I think that they're really cute, and they actually get along really well with their big sister Celestria too. So I think that that's very sweet. Probably the girls are all banding together, considering that Demarus is mean to all of them. But what you gonna do? So yeah, even Demarus is upstairs, hovering over the infant with Nicholas. So that's kind of a bummer, but. Anyway, we do have Genevieve working on the social butterfly aspiration, and then Gwendolyn working on the creative aspiration, and then Yasmina working on her toddler skills. Nicholas hovering over the baby, but since he needs to keep doing the dates for his aspiration, we're going to go on a romantic date next with Arun. And so we're going to go out with him, and we're just going to go to this like ballroom area. So that'll be very sweet. They'll get to watch the sky together. And yeah, I think that, as for Arun, I think that Nicholas feels a little, not freer, but like, Arun is in an open marriage. He kind of does whatever he wants. Him and his wife have a good relationship, and they know that the other person does whatever they want, and they're okay with that. Whereas Nicholas has his whole life kind of felt like he has needed to sneak around, and that he hasn't been able to, have the kind of relationships that he wants to have. Except for with Sibley, right? Like Sibley was the only person that he really societally could just get married to and be with and be happy with. And so he's really struggled because he didn't get to be with Sibley for that long. She passed away very quickly. And so it's just really tough for him to never have really felt like he had the option to really find someone that he felt like he was compatible with and all this stuff. So just hanging out with Arun, who has all of that, and spending time together really makes him feel good and makes him feel like maybe he could make this work and everything. So we'll have to see where we go with that. So he's back home. I'm queuing up all the stuff again. And we are going to become best friends, the little girls, so that's really cute. I keep forgetting, after they added that relationship panel, I keep forgetting where everything is. I'm like, where's the become best friends thing? It's under relationships now. But anyway, that's fine. So we're starting to get close to the end here. There is going to be a small fire, as per usual. And then the birthdays are going to be Lavinia Crookshank Lavina Crookshank, there's no extra I in there, becoming a toddler. Genevieve and Gwendolyn Larkin became children. Felice Light finally passed away. She was very old. Marie Venian became an infant, and Sophronia Domino became an infant. Wow, my brain is just not working. It's the cold, really. And then for next year's birthdays, we have Luke's birthday and Celestria's birthday and Juliana's birthday. So a lot is going to happen in next year. It'll be 1574. So I hope that you guys are excited for that. I am definitely ready for it. And I think that it'll be good. Then we'll be able to get another baby in the household too. So that'll be helpful for us. So I hope you guys are enjoying this, and I'll catch you in the next one.